I'm not going to make a review. I'm not going to do a gameplay. I want to just talk about yesterday a little bit. Also, I got a haircut. But I want to talk about yesterday and just recent events, you know, in today's video. I just want to really talk about it because I feel like I need to at this point. And yeah, but let me share the stream before I do anything, and we'll get started about that. All right, I'm back. So yesterday was mostly a good day, you know, until I decided to stream Wii Sports and all that shit. Um, yeah, you know what? Let's just talk about it because yesterday I decided to um, go live, or I hate gaming. It's kind of dying with all the racism, people bullying. It's just so sad. I wouldn't say gaming's kind of dying, but oh my god, lips are fucking crazy. I brushed my teeth one time, and my lips go absolutely to the freaking wall. How dry they are. Because I do got some dry ass lips. You can see that a little bit on the fucking side. But, other than me trying to clean up the side, but, yeah, I have, like, oh man, it's just kind of crazy how people treat people on games. Yeah, it is. That could be a video in itself for, like, a my experience or some type of review in some way. It's only 6 o'clock, my dude. It's nowhere near 8. But, yeah, dude. But, playing, Wii Sports the other day, um, was probably the biggest mistake in my day yesterday because I just get so fucking angry when playing that shit because, like, and I get so angry playing it because obviously I want to perform, like, somewhat okay. Um, I just get so fucking angry, with all the bottled up rage or something, and it goes right into my freaking door. Like yesterday, I banged my head on the door and slammed my door, a little bit with my hands, and that's why my knuckles are kind of couldn't really see them in the other video, but you can see my knuckles; they're a little fucked up. Especially that one always looking like a golf ball every single time. And I don't know, just after Wii Sports, which I really probably shouldn't have done yesterday. I probably should have just done some type of review or some type of joint. But then after like Wii Sports and shit, um, yeah, like after that stream, like it was just anger for me to the point I just said, you know what, I'm gonna try to return it. I'm gonna try to give it to Zia Records, try to get rid of it. But since there was scratches on it and whatever, apparently I couldn't give it away, so that's another thing. Super Saiyan Gohan 44, welcome to stream. I bet for not saying nothing, and thank you for complimenting my haircut. Um, but I did give away like New Super Mario Brothers U and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so that's cool. Got like 13 bucks out of it. Got some store credit. I spent a lot of my store credit last night on a few games that I'm gonna upload unboxings for at a later date. Um, got them yesterday on the 21st of April and stuff. But been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai. Z Kai is good. It's Dragon Ball Z, but massively cut down. It's good. I can tell you it's good because and it's redubbed. So you know, it feels like it's even better than the original Z dubbing. But anyways, yeah, I just feel like gaming a lot of the time just brings out the worst in me 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10. And I was always telling like Nick and stuff, you want to know why I play Speed Simulator so much? It's because it is a simple game that doesn't it's a simple video game that doesn't fuck with me too heavy. That doesn't force me to do challenges. Sure, the challenges they want me to do or the task they ask me to do in Sonic Speed Simulator is tedious sometimes and very grind heavy, but I'd rather sit there talking to my homies doing something that's grind heavy and let the time fly by than try to get fucking 80 points on returning balls on fucking Wii Sports again. I have to get 80 in order to platinum or I have to get something in order to gold, which is why yesterday was the day that I decided, you know what, after that Wii Sports stream, I fucking quit. You know, there's no point in playing that game anymore when I can't even. And because the reason I wanted to continue playing Wii Sports to explain it is to maybe try and get some more platinum medals or some more gold medals. Because yesterday I said, or even I even made up my mind when I played Wii Play and shit. I said, you know what? I think if you guys remember my second Wii Play video, I made up my mind saying, you know what? I'm tired of just going for platinums. Platinums feel like it's out of the question. I need to start going for golds. I need to start going for bronze or whatever and just be happy that I even got a medal. And it was such a struggle getting there on spin control for bowling. It wasn't even funny. Desk was slamming, head was banging against the wall. Chris, and Louie are considering getting me like a dummy I can just slam into the ground or hit or something. Some type of thing to really help my anger out or something or whatever. Trying to do that. Haven't bought it yet. But I don't know. And but yeah. That happened. And I'm trying to do my best not to really game it all that much or do something related all that much. And last night just kind of got worse from there. Like you know, uh, after getting home, like I wasn't really mad anymore, but you know, um, I wasn't really mad anymore after I returned to Wii Sports, or not returned Wii Sports, returned New Super Mario Bros. U over there and traded New Super Mario Bros. U and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe over there. Just gave it away because we weren't playing them. We weren't playing games. I give away games that we weren't playing anymore. My bad. I'm so scatterbrained in this vlog. I apologize. Saying I rage a lot. Games just aren't fun anymore. I rage. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. Games just make me flip flop between I'm either raging a lot or like not at all, not in the slightest. I don't know. That's what games make me do as of late, slash the last few years. I've been seeing like it's either it's like my rage can be very explosive or just non-existent. Depending on what game I'm playing or depending if I'm on stream or not or something. There's so many factors into that nowadays. I don't know why, but there is. Since I've developed performer's anxiety and stuff and all that other sort of shit. Like trying to do things on stream like irks me more than when I'm trying to do it off camera. But then I'm trying to show you guys that yeah, I can do shit like this, and pull that stuff off and whatever. But anyways, outside of that, I remember after trading those games in and getting some games back, I decided to come home. And after I came home, I was fine. It felt like, um, well, actually, you know what? That's a lie because let's say this: a little bit after the stream, before I went out to Zia Records to go trade the games, Dad just came in and started explaining shit like, you know, just to keep it minor, very brief. He explained to me about things, just things that aren't really because sometimes I blabber on about dad too much, and I say too much in these vlogs, but sometimes, and I remember like Nick and a lot of other people were trying to tell me, like, dude, you need to stop fucking blabbering on so much about, other people's shit or whatever. And I'm like, I guess I'll take your advice, Thanks for the advice. So what the fuck. Um, yeah, my dad was just talking about shit about depression or not finding a job or all that other sort of shit. Just talking about those things a little bit. Didn't make me feel better. Just the way he was yesterday. So it just kind of made me feel worse a little bit before I went out and decided to leave. But it wasn't that. I mean, it was pretty bad when I left because I was still fucking mad, and I saw Louis coming home because I think Louis was probably the only one that had. Well, like I feel kind of bad because not only my dad's going through something, but I'm going through something. With the Wii Sports shit or whatever the cost of gaming. That Louis kind of felt like he was the only one that had a good day, somewhat because he had fun with his friends, like going out, like leaving the house for hours and just going out and doing that stuff with friends. So Louis probably was the only one that had fun, like truly had fun that day. And I was having fun again until I decided to do the stream. I decided to stream the shit, and all that wasn't that good. What the fuck? Hearing something, but yeah. After I got home, just uh, yeah. I don't know what's up, but what really irked me when I got home last night after giving the games, my, well, this is one thing that bothers me, and I notice it a lot. It's when it doesn't have to be my dad, but it can be people, just in general. Whenever they talk to me about whatever I decide to do, and they just add their input like I asked for it. You know what I mean? Like for example, uh, like my dad last night. This really bothered me when I got home. Anyway, last night, my dad said, "Oh, good, you got more games. You're gonna, finger." It was something like either fingerprint or whatever, something, and I don't know. It just drove me back up a little bit just to be more angry because I was like, I was literally not angry until you assumed I bought more shit that is just going to make me do the same thing because I've never played any of these, yet you're assuming I've already played these before. Just be glad your TV isn't gone, man, because I was about ready to do it that night after that comment. And that's what I mean, like when people just add input, and I'm like, just don't say anything to me. Or just say, glad you're home, and just fuck off. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, geez, get a stress ball, G, man. I would, but those don't do anything. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I feel like at this point I need a whole ass dummy thing or some type of bag to work out my issues on and shit. Because I was just talking about like how I think in my Rayman Origins video I kind of let off some steam, kind of kept the video going. Instead, talked about how the window might be next, or the door. I could have put a hole in the door, if I was even angry enough. I see them on TikTok and they look so dope. Get a whole ass rage room. See, I would get a rage room, Zeddy Strike, if I could fucking afford it. You know what I mean? Because life right now, for me, since I have no job, I don't work outside of quote unquote doing YouTube, if you want to consider that a job. I don't even have enough money to really, and let's say this, even with all the money I made on YouTube, which I think YouTube said I made like $800. That's not getting me very far. You know, $800 in this day and age isn't getting me far at all. Like, these apartments cost triple that, you know, just to get a 2-3 room in my area. I live on like 4,000 a year. Where do you live then? I'm in the country of London. You live on 4,000. You live on 4,000 a year. The UK. Oh, that explains it. I think that explains it. I can't be too sure, but since I live in America / Phoenix, you know, it's barely living. So basically the same as us. I'm leaving London back to New Jersey on Friday. Oh, damn, really? That's crazy a little bit. But yeah, it's like I can't, and in my situation, right, I can't really get a rage room. I can't really buy my own thing. I could have bought, like when I had the money, I probably could have bought a dummy, but, you know, since at that time, like when I was playing the, you know, when I was doing my stuff, I wasn't really that angry. You know, I didn't have that, like, that explosiveness like I do right now. Because I don't know why, but sometimes of the year, I'm just ready to explode more times than, like, before. But, like, my point is, when I had all that money, or when I had big payments from YouTube coming, you know, I was never, like, in a state of mind where I was so mad that I need, like, something to dish it out on or something. It was never, at least to my knowledge, it wasn't that bad. It's only, like, nowadays and maybe most of 2024 where it's been that explosive, you know? And I'm starting to take it out on things. And take it out on my own fucking body at times. So that's why I'm like, it's kind of hard to just kind of sit here and just be like, go buy this, go buy that, when it's like, you know, Louis barely making enough. He has an interview today. I hope that interview at Starbucks goes really well, and he gets both jobs, so that way he can have 2 jobs. And seeing Louis, not just Louis, but, you know, like Louis and my dad, they are struggling to find one job. You know, I mean, Louis has a job, like Fry's, but, like, he got really lucky with that one. And like I said, the job economy out here is just a waste. You know, like, people can barely afford to live. I remember my dad was talking about this yesterday, and I'm like, I know that all too well because I've been researching a lot of people's videos. I haven't had an interview for 2 years, just rejection letters galore. Same here. Same with, you know, my buddy Ren NYT. Same with, I mean, I haven't tried looking for a job personally because, you know, Dad and Louie always reject the idea. But Louie and Dad look for shit. You know, it took Louie, I think, months just to get on that Dollar Tree job. And then after he quit that, he was on the job hunt again for a few months. And, you know, luckily he found Fry's. And, my dad's been struggling ever since. He has to try to get unemployment, you know. He had to set himself up for that, you know, where basically he gets like small little unemployment payments, but he has to make sure I think it's every Sunday, to make sure he checks in on that, you know, see if to show them he's looking for a job, to show them he's looking for something to do. But yet the job market in this day and age is so fucking ass. Even over here in America, it's so ass. I can't, like, if your average Joe that just got out of high school can't even look for work, right? How is someone like, how is someone like me or similar to me going to find a job? Which is why a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people start doing YouTube and all these other things to try and make money. Apart from that time I lied on the application and said I was Muslim. What the hell? Yep, same story here. Living on unemployment and getting rejection emails from jobs you applied for 3 months ago every day. Yeah, and it's like, how how am I supposed to live and how am I supposed to do things, for the country if I can't even get my foot in the door anymore? I mean, let me give you a random example. Somebody that I know is a manager, and not gonna say their name, who they are, but someone's a manager, and they can't even afford to save up enough money in a month's time or something to move out into a cheaper place. They can't. That's how crazy it is over here for jobs, and that's why I've made, my other half has made fucking videos about it all day long about how jobs in today's market. I mean, I could probably apply for Fry's and maybe get the job or something because Louis can just put a good name in there for me like Dad did. But I feel like I would quit so early on that it's not even funny. I've got two more options I haven't tried yet: dealing or army. You know, I would get so many military letters in the mail, like the military wanting me to join them all the time. I would get, I swear to God, bro, I would get it all the time. All the time the military would want to take me or the army would want to take me. All the time. All the fucking time. And I don't understand why. Job market these days has a major overqualification epidemic that nobody can get hired. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because most jobs these days want you to have 2 to 3 years of work experience or, um, yeah, it's like, fuck, if I can think right. Yeah, 2 to 3 years of work experience. They want you to have freaking all the skills that fit the criteria of the job, and then whatever, so on and so forth. So it's ridiculous. I need to be able to drive just for collecting. I need to be able to drive just for collecting glass at a bar. Are you serious? And you can't even get into good colleges because their expenses on top of, like, let's say this, you live, like, what part of glass collecting needs me to drive? Yeah, on God, the fuck. But that's why college is a no go because, and I say college is a no go because not only, let's say you try to live here, these apartments that are $3,000 a month, but college is like quadruple that just to be into, unless you go to the army, you serve a fat portion of time, you get out, and then you try to live a normal human life again or whatever, and you get free school. Maybe if you get fucked up or something, you'll get like some type of check to your name until the day you die or whatever every month. Just something. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a whole thing. And it's like if you don't do any of those things, college is funny because you're about to be not living the dream. You're about to be living in debt. When adding up living expenses, tuition fees, accommodation fees, etc., it's like, dude, you are bound to go in debt. Like you're just bound to go into it. Like no matter what you do, you're bound to go into it when you try college or whatever things. And then even for dad, even like some classes when he goes to school, cost him something. Like to buy a book, it's like $50, $60, $100 for a book. I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it cost so much for these specific books? You know? I just think college is stupid because I can't even get a better education without costing me an arm and a fucking leg. You know, when literally some of these jobs even require those higher positions, but even people with degrees are suffering and going back into minuscule jobs or easy jobs they can get into guaranteed or whatever. And you wonder why so many people just don't work. Buy a textbook for £50. I think that's pounds, or pay 60 for the convenience of digital textbooks. That's fucking wild. That's why I'm like, dude, it's not good going to college. And that's why I feel like, and sometimes I even say, I think my only options outside of doing what I do right here is probably going to the military. Probably going to things such as that because obviously I don't make nowhere near enough money to live on my own. But then again, and it's a whole thing. That's literally all services charges are just paying more for convenience sake. Yeah, for the most part. And that's why I knew when I got out of high school, I knew finding a job for myself, there was no chance because I have disabilities. I got issues, obviously serious anger issues, but uh, that isn't like a disability. That's just an issue I have. The problem with the army in every country is that you have to go in single or you just get cheated on. You know what? That's sort of facts because you know, family members have had this exact problem. I'm not gonna say their names. I'm not gonna do any of that. But family members have had that exact issue. Um, but almost forgot you had a haircut coming in here. Yeah, I've had a haircut for a little bit, man. I haven't been showing my face a lot. I've been doing well. Actually, that's not true. I've been doing reviews. So there was multiple videos where you've seen me with my haircut. So, but yeah, and but anyways, back to what I was saying, right? About I feel like I didn't really have a chance. Not only I have my serious anger issues, but I also have disabilities that are not being accommodated for because and get this, Eddie Strike, you might find this bullshit, but because I haven't gone to the doctor to get myself checked up in a long time, I can't really make an argument that I even have disabilities in the first place. So, because I didn't go to the doctor in 8 years, get myself checked up, I can't even get any sort of income like from my disabilities, my issues, my problems. Some sort of income from Social Security. I can't do that unless I go out to get to a $200 to $300 doctor visit or checkup to get me updated, up to date, just so I could probably reapply for that again and then wait 6 months all over again if I make it in or not or whatever. Even though years back when my mom passed away, I was on that disability shit. I remember dad was getting disability payments on top of his monthly payments, you know, um, when mom died. Because when your parent dies, you get some money from the government, about that. If you have kids or whatever the fuck it was, something like that. And for years, we were using that. I haven't been to a doctor in 6 years because of how rife malpractice is in NHS. $300 doctor visit is crazy. Yeah, that's how doctor visits are nowadays. Like Aaron, that's why like some people can't even go to the doctor because they can't afford like $200 to $300 and throw it at fucking a doctor's visit, or less than that, or maybe it's 150 or something for a doctor's visit for just a checkup, and then if it's even more, fuck it, stack on even more than that for a doctor's visit. And this depends on what area you live in, because different currencies have standards or whatever the fuck, or just whatever. So I'm not gonna go in that whole thing, but it's like it's crazy just trying to just live a normal life. Even if you join the military and try to come back into normalcy and try to get a job, because then you're going to be dealing with the same things again and again and again and again. Though in the military, I heard you get paid really well for being in the military, obviously, right? But it's like most of the time you're not even. I don't know. But then again, since it is military is one of the craziest jobs. Like my friend who played rugby got given crypto, and now all his tendons are just snapping. Life is easy for me. My doctor's the best. Life is easy for me. That's good. Glad your life is easy. Even though 9 times out of 10 for other people it isn't. Due to their circumstances and situations and stuff they currently go through. Anyways, I need to log into Speed Sim. I need to log into that. I need to get on PlayStation. I need to log into that stuff. Whoops, where is the right controller? I keep forgetting the white controllers for my emulation gaming. Stuff like that. Also, one thing I have noticed today, of all days, right, is I noticed that every time I game nowadays on something else, a lot of the time I only do it for like maybe an hour, 2 hour sessions, and then get off. Because I feel like if I game longer than that, like my hands might hurt or something, or I need to do it for a video. I need to do it for stream because since YouTube's technically a thing I do on a regular basis, I need to keep it fresh on a daily basis to try to find something brand new to do every other day or just something different to do every day. So maybe sometimes it is gaming and I'll just spend that session doing a fat gaming session, like a fat hour of streaming or whatever, because that's usually what I would do. Is I would spend a fat minute doing that. Damn, but your friend played rugby and got himself into crypto and just suddenly said, just now his life's not doing good. I'll mute the TV so you guys don't hear it or nothing, but when I'm playing. It's gonna be kind of hard since I have a freaking camera right in front of me, and I'm not used to just playing. I am used to playing while you guys see me, but it's a whole thing. And there were points in my life where I was gonna, since I'm good at streaming, I've been good at streaming in front of people for a long time. No crypto. Oh, was given Sepro. Oh, I read that so wrong. I apologize, brother. He got given bad. Oh, he got given bad medication, and that's what happened. That is a good reason not to trust a doctor, though. See, and I bet your friend paid a lot of money to go see the doctor, yet he got bad medicine and got fucked because of that. That's why I don't trust medicine a lot of the time, unless it's like specific brand medicines that I need if I'm sick or something or whatever, like baby shit. I don't try my best to do medicine or some type of pill every day type shit. No money was spent. Oh, so he just went and then still got still got fucked up? Come on. National. Oh, it's national, so like. Oh, I have to wait an hour anyway to log in. I have to wait till 8 o'clock. So literally the time. Gotcha. Okay, well then I can just chill on YouTube or something. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, what the That's nuts. That's nutty. You know, that's really nutty. Kind of talking about that. I was gonna log into Speed Sim, but I don't have daily chest openings or none of that open. I would show you the games. I'm probably gonna show you one game that I got yesterday from when I went out, and I'm gonna show y'all Skyrim. Since I already did an unboxing, I have the footage, so I can just show y'all in the vlog or something. But I got Skyrim Legendary Edition because I never played it before a day in my life, and it was only $7. Like, this version of Skyrim was only $7. So not only I'm probably gonna get DLC stuff included in the Legendary Edition, but I also heard this game was very long, more than 10, 12, 20 hours. Though, after talking to Nick about it last night, they said it was fucking difficult. A difficult game to play, and I was like, why am I always getting the difficult ones somehow, some way? Because apparently every PlayStation game ever made is stupid hard for some reason. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like every game I try to pick up almost makes a nigga want to quit. Oh, and also, forgot to mention last night, constantly being woken up, or like, by either Louis moving, or by Pippa moving, or Muff coming in, or Dad's loud-ass music he had playing last night. That was something. Again last night, so that's completely something. Just being woken up on a regular almost every single time. Like, it's like, this is how last night was, right, in terms of me trying to sleep. It was like I was getting so close to going into that sleep state where you're actually asleep. But, like, okay, for example, you're going to sleep, but you're not quite asleep just yet. So what ends up happening is you go into this, like, you're going into a trance. Like, you're just starting to feel like you want to sleep. But then the next moment, you're woken up by something drastic happening or something happening. And it's like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? I can't sleep. I can't do none of this. That. What the hell is going on? And also another thing that bothers me is when, and I'll read that comment that he's striking a second, but another thing that bothers me is, like, I remember this is another example of what my dad did one day, and I never mentioned it or brought it up until now, but I remember one day, I think I was streaming for, like, a long time, and then, like, out of nowhere, my dad comes in. He, like, tells me, yo, what's up, bro? Like, trying to act like me. I almost wanted to square up that day, because I don't get it. More times than not, it's like not 9 times out of 10, but, like, every so often, I notice, and this is something I notice, my dad either says something or does something that really irks me, right? And let me continue the story a little bit. But basically, my dad tried to say, hey, what's going on? Like, basically acting like me or trying to mimic me or something. And basically said, yo, bro, I'm just trying to de-excite you or something. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And keep this in mind, this is after my stream is over. I'm already trying to relax and chill by myself. And yet Dad tries to come in and does that same shit when I'm already in the process of doing that. It makes no fucking sense whenever Dad does that, to me and shit. And again, that's like just another moment that like my dad did that really got under my skin. And if I had told anybody about that, you know, they would be like, "What the fuck" on that one too, a little bit. You know, if I explained it to them, and I'm like, and you know, I feel like the only my dad sometimes. Oh, my stream is lagging, bro. I saw that it was lagging for a second. So I don't know if you heard all of that story, but it's like, holy shit. Like, when my dad does shit sometimes, it bugs the fuck out of me. And then you want, and then it's like, I wonder why I'm in my room all the time and I don't want to associate sometimes or even want to be in the same vicinity sometimes. Because of shit like that, or shit you say sometimes gets under my skin. You know, like last night again was a great example of saying shit that's getting under my skin, and I could have done something drastic, but then again, I'm not, uh, I'm not Louis sometimes, so like I try my best not to do it. So
Yeah.
I hold back that shit sometimes when I feel like it's gonna cause something if you say something. I mean, I remember one time where dad came in on me. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. When I was playing Crash Bandicoot, I said something funny. I was so mad, but I said something funny, and I literally threw the joystick down. It was a whole thing. Don't fucking laugh at me, because it was a whole thing, and I'm not sure if the TV went, but I remember the mic getting thrown out. Like, Ronnie was there with me at the time. But he didn't get to hear anything because it was when we had PS4s, so it was like forever ago. I remember I threw my controller down so fucking hard. I yelled, "Don't fucking laugh at me." And I can't remember what else I did, but I fucking did something. And it's like, you would think after that moment, like, somebody would keep their fucking mouth shut when trying to say something about somebody or circumstances or whatever. TV didn't go out. I would have remembered that. Yeah, that's right. It didn't go out. No, I was trying to remember what else I did because I barely remember the event outside of the main course. And it's like, you know, you tend to notice that a lot, that my dad does that shit. You know, he does speak his mind. He does speak bluntly sometimes, but like sometimes he just speaks at the wrong moment, and it's like, just be glad I don't do anything. You know what I mean? And I don't do anything because obviously he's my dad. Oogie woogie woogie. But it's like, yeah, you want to laugh at me? Then go ahead and laugh. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Yeah, Louis can't sleep now.
No, I fucking can't. No, I was already pissed off enough about fucking Dad last night. I was fucking doing my game. Dad came in.
Yeah, I saw.
Was trying to fucking bother me, and I didn't say shit. I'm just like,
Yeah, Louis. Yeah, basically.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, basically what usually happened last night anyway.
I'm not fucking putting up with this bullshit. I'm not fucking playing.
You have an interview today, so
I do.
rather worry about that.
That's what I'm more worried about.
Yeah. Don't know why it sent twice. Yeah, I don't know why it sent twice too. Probably a glitch in the system.
I gotta take a shower.
Yeah, you gotta look really good. And plus you're walking, right?
Yeah, I'm walking.
God, and it's at 12?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Do you have to physically go there, or is it...
I gotta finish it together. I can't do it over the phone.
Okay.
I'm not don't love to. I can't. My throat started hurting.
Can you toss me the water? Does it still hurt now? You getting sick again?
That's exactly what I was thinking. But then I'm like, wait, hold on.
Maybe it's because you're using your vocals again?
That's probably what it is.
God, drinking cold faucet water from a water bottle is so fucking weird.
Yeah, but then I realized it probably could be my allergies because of the fucking shit. It's fucking shut up.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking irritating. I said, summer ducks, and summer quickly came.
Don't need that much water.
I do. Oh.
Good luck again, Luca. That's what Ronnie just said right there, if you can't see that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, this vlog just needed to come out. You know what I was thinking I should do today? After this? I was thinking after this vlog today. You got your groceries? Okay, we could probably either watch something. Because I was thinking of watching season 5 of Samurai Jack. Something on HBO Max. I noticed, like, obviously when I watched it, I'm way less angry about it. Though there are times where I have been angry watching something. Like, for example, like Samurai Jack season 3 and 4. You know, feeling like it's the exact same shit and whatnot, but it's way less. I did see some other cool things. Like Zia Records, though, like when I was there, other than the game section that I mentioned before. I was really tempted to buy, like with my points, I was tempted to buy the Mission Impossible movies because me and Dad love the Mission Impossible series. We love those movies. So I was thinking of maybe buying that so we can have them on, you know, a physical disc. So that way it's like, hey, we don't have to worry about having streaming services just to watch these movies anymore. We can actually purchase the damn thing and actually have it. There was that movie, like Mission Impossible, like all 6 of them. There was also a 3-in-1 collection pack. There was a 6-in-1 collection pack of those. I did see Rush Hour. I did see a few other things, lots of other movies down there. One of them was also like the Superman, the OG Superman movies, the one I made a video about, like the original Superman movie from way back in the day, like Superman 1. They had Superman 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one. So all 5 of that Superman movies. Yeah, those ones have had a collection down there. I saw that. That was really cool. But obviously, whenever I go to Zia Records, I mainly look for video games for me to consume. I do look around the other parts of the store, but we have, like, no place in our room to throw movies, you know, because my dad already has a lot of movies in those shelves thing outside, or actually no, he doesn't even have that anymore. So a lot of his movies are in boxes and in cases and all this other sort of shit, you know. Whenever, you know, shit happens, but since we don't have space for them anymore, we don't know where to fucking throw all of our physical media, you know, on a disc. I would love just to watch a movie, though, on my, I think you can watch movies on PS3 Slim. I could be wrong, though. I'm gonna have to try it sometime. But, even though we can watch movies on the PlayStation 5, but though you would need internet for it. And if I remember correctly, previous consoles, whenever you watched movies on there, we could watch movies with no internet, but it was like a whole thing. You better make sure you own it, like, as a physical thing. If you want to watch it, you know, on PS5. Because if you have a digital license, you can't watch it. You don't actually own it anymore. You only own, like, a license to it. Some shit. It's a whole thing with that. Gonna play with Amu for a bit, but shoot me a text when you're ready to talk. Alright. See you in a bit, Ronnie. But anyways, let me read what Zeddy Strike said. He had surgery to fix his ACL and got given ciprofloxacin, which is an antibiotic that's specific medicine that has a nasty side effect, which commonly ruptures tendons that effectively paralyzes you. What the why was he given that? Why? There's no need for him to be given that. No way, dude. Why was was he given all of that? And then you wonder why some people don't go to the doctor, you know? Like, for example, like me, like, the whole reason I think Dad stopped bringing me to the doctor was because there was literally no point, and it was getting so expensive just for me to visit a doctor. I would rather save $200 to $300 if Dad can save $200 to $300 on me off of the fucking thing, then yeah.
I think Dad and I are getting sick again because of the fucking allergies and shit. I think Dad and I are getting sick
Again?
Yeah, I fucking don't want to because I got this fucking interview and I do not want to be fucking sick on my training week. You got me fucking no way. I already got sick last 2 months ago. I'm not trying to get sick again. No, I'm not.
Yeah, because then you spread it to me like almost immediately when you get sick all the time.
Yeah, I fucking know that. And I think Dad's also getting sick because his eyes are fucking irritated. I'm like, shit.
His eyes are irritated?
Yeah, and I think Dad has dry eyes, so I think Dad also might get sick. So, yeah. That's why I was trying to find something for the draw. I was trying to find the Mucinex stuff, but we don't got any anymore. So I'm like, shit.
We ran out of Mucinex?
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck. I needed that because I'm like, dude, it would have saved my life from being sick.
Yeah, but then isn't Mucinex like over $10 or something? Oh, and don't even get me started with the prices on medicine. Medicine is fucking ridiculous in terms of pricing all the time.
It's ridiculous.
For one little thing, it costs $15 or something, or $20, or $5 or $10. Like, whatever happened to medicine? The good ones that were worth like $5. I know it's because of inflation. COVID, you know, ruined everything and inflated everything and whatnot, and people are forced to stay in their homes. Which I know a lot of people still blame for a lot of the current circumstances, and some people are correct to blame the COVID-19. I still didn't even get my COVID-19 shot, so actually, I couldn't work regardless unless I got that shot.
I got two shots.
No, I remember they forced you to get 2 shots because in order to work, I remember in this time period, in order to work, keep this in mind, guys, at this time period, you needed the shots in order to get a job because it was like under safety or something.
Yeah.
Was it not? Yeah, it was like under safety reasons.
Oh my god, this thing is helping me. Holy shit.
Yeah, but it was under safety reasons, right?
Yeah, it was.
That's why you couldn't get a job. Germany was no different. Really? Germany was no different?
Really?
You were forced to get that COVID shot to have your job, or even forced to get it to couldn't. Yeah. And I remember hearing that, and I just remember what happened when my brother and my dad got shots, because I didn't get shots. I didn't get COVID shots because I didn't need to worry about it because I wasn't working. But then again, I wasn't getting sick because I wasn't going outside a lot. So, or going outside to interact with different people or whatever. But seeing what those shots did to like Louie and Dad and kept them fucking bedridden for days.
I never want to get a shot like that ever again.
Ever getting that in their body and shit. And I was like, dude, fuck, I feel bad. Because, like, they were forced to do that in order to work somewhere so they can pay their fucking bills. Basically, force inject shit into your body so you would have to do that. I don't know the word in English, but there was even the law that you couldn't go out past 22 p.m. Yeah, there was a law. For a while, there was a law where you couldn't go outside, I think, past
11.
I think 11, yeah. But I think in other places, like here, it was fine for you to go outside, but it was like mainly like everyone, like it was, I don't think it was an official rule around my area, but it kind of felt that way anyway because a lot of people were, when they went to the store, they were getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out, you know. They weren't like bullshitting around being happy about it. They were hoarding as much shit as they can in order to get the fuck in and out of there. That's what they were doing half the time. Because that's all they could do. And whatever. But God, it's crazy. Not being able to go outside past certain times. It was crazy. And I think that was year one of COVID, like when it first happened. So not like when it happened, later on in the world of COVID, but man, I wish that shit didn't happen. I wonder what would have happened in 2020 if we never had it. And all that other sort of shit. But other than like COVID as a talking point, jobs, man, it's ridiculous sometimes. But that's why it's like, I don't know. I don't know if now you still need to be required to have a COVID shot. I don't know. No?
Well, now we're on.
I still feel like you need it in order to get a job. For just some reason, I still feel like you need it. Like you need to make sure you have it. Because there's a lot of people, because I remember when the COVID shot was going around, or the C word was going around, because I remember you doesn't like the word. For some reason they don't like it, even though you've accepted it in video titles all the time or whatever. Whole thing. I remember there were so many people fighting the idea of getting that shit put in them, and they went unemployed until then, or whatever, because of the shots,
Yeah.
And it's funny because whenever they force you to get shots, them shots didn't work because
No.
for a lot of people it didn't work. It was just like them injecting bad shit in their body so they could have a reason to be able to work.
Yeah.
Shit that didn't work because after the COVID shot, there was tons of people that still got COVID. There were tons of people who still got sick after the shot anyway.
Yep.
It's like, what are the points of these injections, if it's not going to work against, the shit that it's mainly used for?
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. I don't get that.
I hate this cough drop right now.
Huh?
I hate this cough drop.
This cough drop?
The operative is terrible, but
That's the point. It's supposed to taste like shit. Okay, I noticed something about medicine. If the medicine tastes good, it's half-assed. If the medicine doesn't taste good, trust it. Because medicine isn't about tasting good. Medicine is about making something that you have going on. It's supposed to make you feel better. That's literally what it's there for. That's literally what it's there to do. Supposed to do. Is to make you feel better in some way, shape, or form. It's literally medicine's whole purpose.
Have you said Pippa?
Yes.
Alright, thank you.
629.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
really don't.
yeah, Pippa was, wait, before you go. Oh, you're not going anywhere? I thought you were going somewhere. That's why I was like, can you give me a minute? I do want to tell you some shit, though.
No, go ahead.
Pippa was really bothering me this morning.
It was pissing me off.
I heard a little bit of that last night. She
keeps it.
yeah, she was doing that again last night?
No, this bitch wouldn't fucking move for the life.
I did hear that. I heard that Pip was not moving, and then she started trying to start something with you, dude.
And I'm like, I was not having it. I need, you know me. You know I gotta fucking lay down like this. I gotta get my goddamn sleep.
Yeah, you gotta get your sleep.
This bitch was right here at the end of the fucking, well, this bitch, I love you, sweetie, but god damn it. She was right here at the end of the bed.
Oh, she was right here?
I was like, babe, look, I'm not trying to wake up this motherfucker. You gotta fucking move. I'm not trying to have it. You know what?
Dude, I felt that shit because...
This is how, look at me. This is how I sleep last night.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I do this. Fucking. This shit.
Yeah,
this
nah,
right there.
dude. Nah.
Thank God when I left the room, came back, she was like on her side. This bitch was. like this, and I'm like, nope, move. I need fucking space. I need to sleep, damn it.
Yeah, Pip is such a dickhead because this morning, earlier,
What the fuck's she doing?
I heard that. I almost wanted to wake up and just move her myself because keep this in mind, guys. When Pip sleeps in here or something, she gets really protective of this spot. And keeping this in mind, she's a dickhead when it comes to spots because she'll steal the best part of the bed from right under you. Like if you wake up, go to the bathroom. She feels the spot is the warmest. And she loves the warmest spot the most. So she's going to steal that spot from right under you if you get up and move at all. Right? And then she'll try to have a fucking fight with you. Like, you weren't sleeping there for like 20 minutes prior before you got up to move in the first place, go to the bathroom or go do something, right? She will literally fight you to keep that fucking spot for herself. And I'm like, you are such an asshole because... And this was me this morning. That's why I need to talk to you about it. Because I almost flipped my fucking lid on Pip because she wouldn't fucking eat. For the longest time. And she even growled at me to eat. And I tried to tell her, eat. You need to eat. Quit being an asshole. Just eat the food that's right in front of you. Because we have little dog food left. And I'm trying to preserve that as much as I can throughout the day.
Right.
So I gave her a little bit of dog food and then a little bit of the cat food or whatever. And she didn't eat it at first. And I remember I was getting so frustrated at her not eating it. That's why I was like, dude, eat the damn food, man. And then Pip like, ah. I'm like, yo, dude, you better be glad I don't swing on your bitch ass. You want to deal with 2012 Allen? He's about to come out. Because everyone keeps talking, like, you know, Nick keeps making jokes, and I'm like, you guys want me to revert? I'll go back. And for anyone that doesn't know 2012 Allen, no tolerance for any sort of bullshit, and 90% likely he's swinging. That's basically 2012 Allen in a nutshell. Like, basically got mad at the most simplest shit. Like, basically... Let's keep in mind, you guys think I'm bad now, right? Whenever I do Wii Sports and ever get mad in a video. 2012 was like that on crack.
I don't want you to revert.
Or 2011, or anything underneath where I had literally no ceiling in terms of my anger. Think of Donald Duck, but like on ecstasy. That's almost like what I was back in the day.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah.
That want to describe me. That's basically how it was. Lately, I have been thinking on swinging on things that piss me off, or at people, or at things. But I don't do those said things because I'm not trying to start a situation I don't even want to be a part of in the first place. Or not a part of, but more like I don't want to start something that's so unnecessary. But... Pip this morning was fucking close, man. That's why I was like, I needed some time outside. I needed to go on a walk. Because nearly flipping on Pip because she didn't want to eat and growling at me like she would back then. I'm like, bitch, I don't care if it's your time of the month. You're... Just kidding. Joking. But all jokes aside, it's like... Holy shit, don't fucking test me. You know exactly what happened yesterday. You heard what happened yesterday, so don't test me.
Yeah, don't.
But then what ended up happening is later on, after a while, after I went away for a bit, I said, you know what? After my walk, I came back. I said, I'm done. I need a minute. I need a minute to relax something before I go and do my usual streaming thing or whatever. Before I just start my day, basically.
That was just the smartest thing. That was one of the smartest things you've ever
Right? That's not one of the smartest things I've ever done. But
No,
I said, I took that, went outside, came back. I took the food that Pip didn't eat out of the fridge because I put it in the fridge. I put it right in front of her. She starts eating it. And I'm like, you know what, Pip? Thank you for eating. Because if you didn't, I swear to fucking God, anarchy would come. I'm just kidding. Not anarchy, but it would just be like...
I would have sent your ass to hell. I was like,
No.
I'll never pretty positive about my baby.
No, but it's like, that's ridiculous. You not eating in the morning? Come on, eat.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
Just eat. I know, like, you probably don't like it. You probably don't like what you eat sometimes, but just eat it for convenience sake so we can just, but yeah, like, we can both just go our separate ways, move on, continue the day. That's literally me whenever I try to feed Pip after, like, a rough night or just after something. It's like, come on, work with me here.
Just make it easy for me, please. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm God. Work with me here. Man, just work with me. But, that interview, are you nervous about it?
I'm fucking scared.
You're scared? Yeah. It has been your first interview since Fry's, and that was like over 2 years ago.
I'm scared. I'm dead ass fucking scared. Because if I don't get this job, I'm fucking screwed. I'm putting my life on the line for this.
Really?
Yeah. I fucking-
Wait, how are you screwed?
I'm screwed.
What do you mean?
Because if I'm not able to get this second job, I have high doubts I'll be able to get another one. I have high fucking doubts I'll be able to try if I
You have doubts you'll get another job?
Yeah. Yeah. Because Starbucks pays more, I might actually quit Fry's.
See, that's the thing. I wouldn't quit Fry's though.
I know. I'm not going to.
Because, like, think about it. This is exactly what I said, right? When you said I might quit. If you quit that job and then Starbucks ends up only happening for a little bit of time,
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
you're basically just like Dad. You made the same mistake Dad did, where he basically quit that one job he had, and now he's looking for another one for an Eon. So let's say this.
Exactly.
You end up quitting Fry's because Starbucks pays more or whatever the fuck. Now you're just unemployed.
Right.
Now you have nothing to do. Now you screwed everything up.
That's why I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep it with that. I wanna see if I can do full time at Circle. Actually, that might not be a bad idea, but it might also be a bad idea. I don't know if I'm.
Well, no, but you have 2 part-time jobs that make it to a full one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I get paid every 2 weeks from Starbucks. I get paid every 2 weeks. And also, I found out I could add another direct deposit onto my time, so I could add 2 on there. So, oh shit. Well,
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't want to quit
yeah, I'm not gonna.
Fry's in general. That's just a stupid idea.
Yeah, I won't. And if
Just stick, because Fry's will allow you to work at other jobs as long as it's not like Walmart
Yeah,
or something like
as
that.
long as if it's not Walmart, I think that's probably the only one. I don't know if I can.
No, I would probably say Target.
Walmart, Target, Safeway.
Basically, the places that are like Walmart or like Fry's themselves, you're not allowed to work at.
Marketplace. Yeah, I can't work at.
Marketplaces or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I can't work.
You're not allowed to work simultaneously, which I think is stupid, but at the same time, it's whatever.
I think.
But that's why I'm like, don't do that stupid shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna quit. No way. I'm gonna keep Fry's because I always think about it. I'm like, wait, hold on. If I lose Starbucks, I'll have Fry's. And if I lose one job, I'll have another. I'd rather have both because it'd be good for me anyway.
2 different payments.
Yeah, exactly.
2 different times, like every other week that you can be excited for a payment.
Yeah, I can actually do it.
At the end of the month, you can get paid way more than average or just as much as average.
Yeah, and also
Even on shitty days, you can get average.
Yeah, and besides, if I work like what 2 days at Fry's or a whole day, or 1 whole day, I'll have a whole like 6 days to work at fucking Starbucks. You know?
True, so even if during your shitty times, you already have your shit loaded with the other job.
Exactly.
Notification. What the fuck?
Spam, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
You have to close live for 10 minutes system? What? Dude, I get some of the weirdest comments in here. Sometimes. Like, on some of my lives, I get some of the weirdest shit. Like, okay, quit spamming my shit, man.
Yeah, get him out of here, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what these people do or what they get out of doing that shit. But every single time I see someone that comes in and spams, kind of irks my shit. Because it's like, you're adding nothing to the stream. Outside of saying the same shit over and over and over again. Just to either troll or something. I don't get it sometimes.
I don't get it.
Yeah. For no reason on stream or whatever.
Taco Bell's bringing back those chicken nuggets that they had a long time ago.
What?
Those Taco Bell nuggets that we had at one point, and they're really fucking good. Yeah,
Taco Bell's bringing them back?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, good.
Yeah, but I wish it was a permanent thing on the menu.
It's gonna be.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
People are thinking about it?
These were really good nuggets.
I mean, yeah, they're nuggets. You can get anywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Taco Bell wants to be a go-to destination for nuggets.
Warning, you have to close live for 10 minutes system. I have to close live for 10 minutes for what? That's what I'm saying. Make sense with your comment if you're going to say something like that. And why do I have to close my live for 10 minutes? What? Is it because I'm going to lose all the footage? That's something I also don't understand. Whenever they do that. Or say that. Or whatever. It's ridiculous. It's weird, even. And plus, one thing that you mentioned, like when you said, I'll probably go down to Z and check it out. I was like, how many points do you even have?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. And do you even know, like, where your shit is? Because I think it's in here. No, it's not. I think it was in one of your game cases, but it was something about Rage and Blast 2 I found the other day. Oh, that's the Fallout Games shit.
What's that one, Budokai?
Yeah, from Budokai when you still have it in here.
Okay, I gotta get us another controller. Maybe. Nah.
Yeah, because this one has drift.
Oh yeah, it does. Crap.
Yeah, this doesn't, but this does. The analog stick has drift. And I know that because I was playing Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, you're playing Crash.
Yeah, which I can use the D-pad for. And I noticed I was going off to the left.
I noticed how I was playing Arkham Wars.
And I was going to the right. And I'm like, why is this happening? Oh, now I know. Because there's a lot of games that require the fucking moving of the stick or whatever to do things. And it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I haven't played Dragon Ball in like a week.
Drifting sticks
It sucks.
is annoying.
Very.
Like, you claim to have the best technology yet of the decade, of the era, yet you can't even fix stick drift on a regular basis. And you wonder why a lot of people move to PC sometimes.
You don't gotta worry about it.
Well, I would say you still have to worry about drift in some way, shape, or form. Like, for example, if your keyboard's broke or you have sticky keys, you might have to... Like, the thing is, when people say PC gaming's better, it's like, it could be, but then again, you're entering a world with a bunch of new problems, too. You know, that you didn't have before when you were on console. You know, like, which games can I play? Which games can I afford? Which games allow me to run? You know what I mean? What's up, Lucas? How you doing? I'm just chilling on vlog this time around. I'm not really spending a lot of time doing anything else, but just vlogging today. I'm changing it up after Wii Sports and shit. Really made me go off the deep end, but God, I'm wondering if I could even get a medal in Billboards. You know which one I'm talking about, Louis, now. You played it, so you know which one I'm talking when I say Billboards. That's why I'm like, I'm wondering if I could even get a fucking bronze in Billboard. I will literally accept a bronze. I will literally accept a bronze on Billboards. I will literally accept that. Like, not even joking. I'm not even trying to go for platinums anymore. I'm trying to go for a fucking bronze, a gold, or even just a silver. or bronze, silver, then gold, or platinum. I'm trying to go for either one of them at this point with like Wii Play. You know what I mean? At like literally at this point, I will literally accept anything and move the fuck on. You know. Then again, I'm also afraid to play Galaxy 1 again because Galaxy 1 had some bullshit stars in it.
Yeah.
And literally Super Luigi Galaxy, because I was thinking about bringing it back because people were telling me, you know, do the Super Luigi Galaxy portion of the game, man.
No.
So you can, because like basically whenever you do 120 with Mario, that's only one half of the game. Or, well, it is the entire game and it's an experience. But at the same time, to get that last star, you have to do the game all over again as Luigi, and then you get the final star in the Mushroom Kingdom with whatever character that you choose to bring over to the final star.
You know, it's funny I did it actually.
No, I know, I did it too. I did it like 2 times, or once or twice or something, because I remember I did it for the review the first time. You know, my experience for the first time. I did that, and I made that whole Galaxy video because I wanted to experience in its fullest. I still think that's ass, though. And if you wanted to play Super Mario Galaxy again or a Super Luigi Galaxy portion, it's better to give it a break or take it easy instead of playing it right away. Well, yeah, that's why I left, because I was like, I don't think I want to do this again right away after just like doing Mario Galaxy 120. 120 star Super Mario Galaxy. I don't want to do that again. And people didn't understand that, but I said, I finally 100% Galaxy. And people were like, no, you didn't. You didn't do Luigi's portion. And I'm like, God damn it, guys. Just because I don't do fucking Luigi's portion doesn't mean I can't fucking do it sometime in the future, man. Y'all don't understand the fucking stress levels, alright? Y'all never do. When you ask me for some of this shit, you don't. You really don't. And I stress at everything, so that's why it's like, goddamn. Also, shout out to Ronnie for getting a P rank in Pizza Tower for the first level. When you say 120 star Super Mario 120 star portion, I can remember Mario saying, oof, mamma mia. Yeah, Mario did say that a lot. In 64. Oh my god, I'm wearing a Donkey Kong shirt with the Rareware design, so I'm always going to remember the Rareware DK design. Because
I love the shirt.
yeah. I want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. Part of me does. But a part of me wants to wait. Part of me really wants to wait until an OLED or a regular Switch gets dropped in price to $400. Or something, so people can just sit and play. Or Nintendo just makes that announcement once the Switch 2 drops. Because obviously, there's going to be people who are going to buy the Switch 2 as it drops. Every content creator is forced to do it. That makes money from Nintendo stuff on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So, I saw a 3DS down there. Forgot to mention that. I saw a 3DS for Zive Records with a charger.
How much is it?
$219.
I get this job. Fine. Fuck. I'll get you all the Nintendo consoles you want. Jesus.
No, I was really tempted to grab it because I was like, fuck, I kind of want that. But it has no games, so I'm like, we have to buy the games online anyway. Well, actually, I have no idea. I can't really say that because who knows? Remember the last Wii we got from Zia Records right here had Super Mario RPG on it. One of the best RPGs I've ever played.
I don't know.
Well, no, I'm talking about the Wii when we got that. And, you know, with 3DS, for all we know, it could have a game or two already on there because it might have been pre-owned or something. But if it was, because, you know, when I look around in Zia Records, I always try my best to look for the cheapest shit so I can just use my points on it, try to grab it. Also, I did try to look for an NES Classic for some reason. I was trying to look for that. Or like a Super Nintendo Classic so I can just have those little mini consoles. Maybe I should have gotten a few of those just in case like everything goes to shit. I still have Super Punch Out. You know? And it has its own built-in rewind system, so that's different. That's cool. But and it requires no internet because all the games are what the games on there is what you get.
Yeah.
You know. So it's all manually in the system. It isn't like other consoles where you have to buy a game. It's all in that package. Which is why I don't know why I'm curious about an NES Classic or I am weirdly interested in those classic systems.
I'd love to have an NES.
Because basically it's the system with emulated games built into them.
I'd love to have an NES in my hand and just hold that shit.
That's why it's like the NES Classic was good because it's like
Yeah.
it's literally doing that same purpose with games already built in. If not, it comes with 20, 30 games in there. So think of like the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, the one I have where it has 48 games. And that's basically what a Super Nintendo Classic is. That's what a Sega Genesis Classics is. That's what
That's sick, actually.
that's what those mini classic consoles do. They're supposed to fucking have you buy on nostalgia.
If there was one for $30, I'd take it, actually. I'd pay for that so quick. Give me that shit.
Yeah, but then we gotta worry about all the hookups and shit. That's why I'd love to keep it in my box until like maybe we possibly move. Because at this point, I'm not even sure if we are gonna move. But
yeah, we're almost gonna be fucking dead.
if we do, even if it is just a little bit away, I don't care. You know, we moved.
Yeah, if it's just even a
Let's
little
not.
away,
It's like we move, right?
move to a house.
Well, not a house. It doesn't matter at this point. If we just move away, start fresh in a new place, and since it's all fresh, it's like we don't have all the memories of arguing. You know, we can just start fresh. We can create new memories in a new joint,
Yes,
right? Even if it's just 3 to 4 hours away and we move that much, we moved. We did it. Let's not think about it again until
It's.
something happens.
I'll let both my jobs know that I can get. I hope I pray to God if I get this job I can transfer because I would love that because that would save my ass a lot of time. Because I can transfer with fries. I can work somewhere with one of them. With one of the things that Kroger owns. I can work anywhere that involves there. So.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. I know that already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, if we
But,
do
yeah,
move, that's what I'm like. If we just moved like 3 hours away, 2 hours away,
I'm just praying
4 hours away, just somewhere. It doesn't have to be
here.
fucking Illinois. It doesn't have to be France. It doesn't have to be anywhere out of state. It can just
Yeah,
be
we can-
hours away. Just start somewhere new, start somewhere fresh.
Live in a new city, for God's sake.
Maybe job opportunities will be better in that area in
Yeah,
particular, or
Yeah.
something, or
Yeah, 'cause
prices for rent or something, or
Better
maybe
somehow.
just a little bit lower or something. I don't know how it works
Yeah.
since I have no experience paying rent or doing all that stuff. And it's a lot harder than just saying we're going to do it. It's a million times harder getting a new place, getting all that shit set up. Million times harder.
Of course it is.
It's hard just getting out of here for us in general,
Yeah, it is. And we're already trying to clean up.
considering how all the payments and shit are. But yeah. But we can't even think about that right now when we're like barely living month by month here. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I can't even just. God. Today just needs to be a chill day. Probably a slow day. To be, well, not a slow day. I would say like a chill day. Just a genuine chill day. Like, I probably won't even touch anything that isn't Speed Sim right now. Until, I don't know, a little bit from now or something.
I played the Sparky Gundos.
Yeah, I saw a second of that.
Pretty cool.
But you know the comments are right about new maps.
Oh yeah, I've known about that for so fucking.
Yeah,
I've
you
known
know the
about-
comments
I've
are
known
right.
about that since
I came as fast as I could. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good.
Hi Levi. Yeah, we're. Yeah. I think I'm getting sick.
What?
I'm getting sick.
Bro, if you're getting sick, I'm gonna have to take precautions, man. I'm gonna have to move some of my shit out.
Alright, please do. God damn.
Now I can't even get pizza because you're sick, and you're gonna infect the food.
Because every time I start to get sick, and I'm allergies at the first.
Yeah, you sure? Yeah, I'm good.
But if I do,
I know what I need to do. I just need a minute.
because of knowing me, knowing how my allergies work, if the seasons change like that, I didn't expect the summer to come so fucking quick.
Let's be real. I think you should have expected it because we lived through, like, summertime coming quicker and quicker and quicker as the years go by here. Yeah, the seasons come by quicker. So I think you should have expected that, or at least anticipated to some level
Oh, yeah.
that your shit.
My head, my system.
Yeah, should expect that.
Oh, watch it get cold so fucking fast this year. Oh, dude.
Whoa! Now you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself.
Or it's gonna, or fall's gonna come quick.
No, because every time it got hot even quicker, it got cold even slower.
Yeah, and the cold lasted a lot longer too.
Well, yeah, it lasted a lot longer, but the thing is,
it lasted until March.
it was so no. But the thing is, remember, we went all the way into August, if not even later than that, and it was still as hot as 100s, 90s, 99s, and all that stuff. It took till like probably either around late or beginning of November for it to like actually stop being crazy hot.
It was late November when the last time it stopped being crazy hot.
That's what I'm saying. Also, my phone's being an asshole right now, so I can only type here. And that's fine.
Okay, Levi, you're all good.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. But it's like, that's what I mean about the cold and the hot here specifically. It's a bitch, but it's not a... It's a bitch when you have to wait for the cold all the time.
Now I gotta walk in the heat again. Oh, great.
That's the whole point. You're walking the heat anyway. You've always done that. You've done it for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I've done it for the last 3 years.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we've been dealing with it since the time we started living here.
What's another 15 years? You know, let's make another one.
Oh my god, you're doing the Omni-Man joke?
It's funny.
What's another 15 years? That's crazy. I mean, in Omni-Man years, that is baby years, but
Yeah, no.
since they live for thousands of years. So like 5, 10, 15 years is baby shit. Like, that's like infant years. Or whatever. Oh, what a day.
The world suck. It is what it is, bro.
Well, the world doesn't suck.
No, it just believes me.
It's just, certain things and certain things about God. The world doesn't suck. It's just certain things suck. Not the world. A lot of people say the world sucks when one or two things doesn't go their way, but it's just the circumstances you're in currently is that sucks.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
People need to learn to differentiate that shit. The whole world doesn't suck.
Of course not.
It's what's going on within it that sucks.
Yeah. Because the whole world out there could be way better than what you're dealing with.
Yeah, the whole world could be different. Also, I'm going to be working on something in Docs Q. I'm going to still be here. In Docs real quick? Oh, okay.
What's his name? I forgot his name.
What?
No, Bleach characters.
Kisuke, Byakuya, Kenpachi, Mayuri.
Mayuri, thank you. World isn't perfect, but that just means...
See? Google Docs, dude.
This is what I was looking at.
Okay, Aizen, Kisuke, Mayuri, yeah.
Aizen, the world sucks and I alone should rule it. Mayuri, the world isn't perfect, but that just means it can grow. Kisuke and Ohara. World sucks. It is what it is.
Yeah, literally, their characters are defined by that.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah. If you really want to put Aizen, Kisuke, and Mayuri in words. Yeah. Google Docs. I barely use Google Docs. Barely use that thing. Maybe if I wrote more and I did more shit like that more, I'd probably use it more. Funny enough, when I was on my walk, I was thinking about jobs, but I wasn't thinking about like your normal jobs. I was thinking about jobs that could probably fit my criteria. Like my skills. Because whenever you look for a job, you always look for a job that can fit your skills. And the only skills that I'd say that would fit me right now is the whole streaming thing, right? But then again, like, what are jobs that mainly rely on streaming outside of YouTube, outside of Twitch? You know, doing those two platforms and stuff, like, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of jobs you can do outside of those two websites that are about streaming. Yes, I could become a VTuber, but that would just be so fucking weird. You know, like, for example, an American like myself that was and keep this in mind, right? I talked about becoming a VTuber multiple times before, so this isn't new. But if I became a VTuber and I joined the Hall Live program or association or whatever VTuber association I can get myself on, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help the fact that I would have to get my own PC. I would have to figure out how to get the VTuber model to work on a regular basis. I would have to make sure to do what I do on those streams is appropriate for those sites. And on top of that, it's like, it's weird because as a VTuber, you're playing a character, right? Or your character becomes so personalized, it becomes so one with you. And it's like, after you're done with it, you're just done with it. You know what I mean? That's weird. And since I'm a YouTuber / streamer that was never afraid to, like, show their face, like a lot of VTubers are, and no shame to them, no, I get it. You know, you don't want to show your face, you don't want to show what you really look like, I guess. That's something. You want to mainly do it for work purposes, I get that. But for someone like me that's already so in it on YouTube and Twitch and other places, you know, where I show my face, I show who I really am, I show you guys all the time, or most of the time, what I am, what I look like, how I roll, how I work. And it's just nice that if I was to get into it, you know, what could happen and shit, you know. Which, since my skills are streaming, you know, being a VTuber wouldn't be too bad, but yet, you know, me becoming a VTuber would just be weird, not only for the reasons I listed beforehand in multiple different vlogs and what I said here, but it would also be, like, kind of bad because I've also heard, like, what Hololive did to Garwa and shit, and how management mistreats her, and how VTubers get treated behind the scenes all the time, like, by their, the corporations that they work for and stuff, and, you know, how it's always bad and shit. Or most of the time it's bad, I think. But yeah, it's a whole thing. And I wonder if Garwa is actually going to go back to being a VTuber after a minute. I mean, she probably made enough money that she can live the rest of her days scot-free. Probably. I'm not 100% sure on that, but she's probably made so much that from donations and membership shits and all that shit from Twitch or whatever main place she streams on and makes YouTube stuff out of. I don't know how it works, but I bet she made a lot. Well, her company made a lot, but I can't guarantee that she herself made a lot. It's a whole thing there. But, I know I've been vlogging for an hour 30, 33, just trying to do something different, you know, since I don't vlog as much anymore, so it's like, where is it? Where's the vlog? Where's the video? You know? Where is my vlog? Where is my daily vlog? Give me my vlog. Give me my shit. But it's like, the reason I don't vlog every day, though, is because most of my days kind of consistently are, like, the same. And I would love to do vlogs outside. I'd probably go outside more if I could do more vlogs outside more, so I can talk about, like, my parks, or talk about the parks I go to that where I film to, or something more interesting you can learn about something. You know, it'd be cool. Yo, bro, is everything okay? DJ Esky 012. Yeah, everything's alright. I just had a really bad day the other day. If you watch my Wii Sports stream, you can see why. I have video trappers in there, and yeah, that game just drove me balls to the wall like crazy. So I decided to end the series because of that. Because there's like, I also ended Wii Sports because, like, in a way, there is nothing for me to do left. Like, you guys see me rage on the same training games for so long now, probably a few months, like, on and off, that it's like, there's just nothing for me to do. Like, in that video, I was literally praying for gold medals. You know, platinums is just way too fucking hard for me personally to go for. I'm not a Wii Sports speedrunner, you know, and all that shit. And yes, I could look up how to do it, and I have a couple of times, but just imagine doing that for fucking 4 or 5 other sports, you know, and they have their own columns of training games you can do for platinums, and I'm like, dude, those platinum medals are not worth it. You know, not worth it anymore. I was being happy for fucking bronze and golds. You know, and I feel like attempting to do better than that is worthless because it's just gonna put a hole in the door or a hole in the wall or the window's fucking gone or something is just gone or something or whatever. And it's just becoming more and more of a waste. I mean, look at my knuckle here. It looks like a goddamn lollipop that I can lick off. Or one of those you know that lollipop bag with the owl? Those lollipops, those pop lollipops or whatever, or something, or whatever. You remember those ads? I feel really old for even bringing that up because...
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Yeah, Tootsie Pop, the Tootsie Pop ads. That's exactly what I was talking about.
The world may never know.
Yeah, that shows we're old. Car alarm, whatever. We get so many of those every other week.
If we do move, I really would love to not hear that at night. My God, it's freaking annoying.
Or during the day.
Or even that during the day. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's whatever. At least it doesn't happen every single day in a row.
That is something
like constantly. That's something you gotta be grateful for.
That's something
I mean, you gotta be grateful for. We gotta be grateful for a lot of things that we forget. I mean, waking up tomorrow, starting a fresh day that isn't the same as yesterday if you had a really bad yesterday.
I'm not so grateful that I'm grateful that
Yeah, that's why I'm grateful to be alive. And I even mentioned it because I remember when we all talked a little bit about being grateful. And I remember actually on my way home, I said, you know, Wii Sports may have been shitty, but I'm grateful to even be alive to be able to make decisions on what I do during my day on a regular basis. Like I was literally talking, since I can't bring my phone out anymore, I literally have to...
Yeah, don't bring your phone outside. Don't.
Well, no, I don't bring my phone outside, but I literally don't because it dies 5 minutes off charge anyway. You know that. My battery's bad, so...
Still can't believe I actually have one of these.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I did.
But,
I'm grateful that I own manga. I'm grateful
Just-
that I have all this shit.
it's not about just having things. It's just grateful for being alive, mainly.
That's what my
That's the big one. That's
what my point was getting to.
Well, nah, it's like, I feel like that's just the most important one.
Yeah.
Just being alive.
I'm grateful to have clothes on my back. Grateful to be fucking alive.
Roof under our head, yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Living fridge, clothes on my back. Things that I like.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know, when you get paid, it's like if you do get this Starbucks job, I mean, not only you're looking for 2 types of paychecks every month, 2 checks, which is good, but
It can help you save.
it can help you save more, and you can spend more too, all at the same time.
And also can help Dad.
Help that a lot more, yeah.
Dad fucking
Probably $60, yeah. How much? You think you're making 170 or something? That's what you said?
Yeah, because I did. I always do a calculation to how many hours I work.
Yeah, but sometimes those calculations were off, and then you make less than you do.
I always cut it because taxes and everything. That's why.
Well, you mean the taxes at the front office? Because when I went there with you, I was like, you made 170. Why are they telling you made 160 now?
Yeah, because again.
Because they take 10% of every check. Every cut of the check goes back into the business,
Yeah, it does.
into how Fry's works and operates.
It does not. Everyone.
Yeah, every place does that.
I'm so glad I beat the GM Budokan 3. Holy shit.
You played Budokai 3 last night?
One day I beat it. I finally did it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about recently.
Maja Vegeta was one of the hardest ones I've ever done so far.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to play Gohan. I'm scared to play it.
Also, I saw Metal Gear Rising.
I wouldn't have played that, I'll be honest.
No, but I know. I'm not done explaining, right? I saw Metal Gear Rising Resurgence. You know, the game with Raiden, the dude. You know.
I would have played that.
I saw that down there at Zia Records, but it wasn't a game. It was like either a soundtrack or something related to it. I was like, that is bait. That was the biggest bait I think I've seen here at Zia Records.
That's probably the one game I really would have played, I'll be honest.
Yeah, because I was looking for good... That's the thing. When I was down there, I was looking for really good PS3 games that we haven't experienced yet. And I was looking just to see what we can play. But it's always like... It's like the Assassin's Creed games, like Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, 3, 4, Odyssey. It's always Assassin's Creed games that are flooding the shelf. Dead Rising 2 was down there as well, but I wasn't sure on if I wanted to play that or not.
Dead Rising.
There's a lot of PS3 games that I would like to play. Like, for example, like, obviously, you know, Sonic Unleashed was one of them. Rayman Origins was one of them.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
06 was one of them. But somebody didn't want to do it that day. And that game was only $10. It was actually cheaper than Origins. Way cheaper than Origins. I would have played 06. I would have played it. Dude, 06 would have been like your Dragon Ball Breakers, but for me.
Okay. You know what? You're not wrong.
That's just how it's going to be. I literally said that moment one in my head when I wanted it. This is going to be like my Breakers. I'll play it every 6 months, realize how shitty it is, and forget about it. And then do a review later.
I hate.
Trying to remember what it was even like.
I hate how right you are.
I mean, that's Breakers in a nutshell, dude.
It is. I don't play Breakers.
It's a dead game.
Yeah, Breakers.
It was dead on arrival.
The day Dead by
DLC
Daylight,
couldn't save it.
Dead by
That's why they've announced nothing for Breakers.
Yeah, they haven't announced anything. They only announced Golden Vision recently. Sucked. Oh. It's a good deal.
Well, either way, the game sucks.
It does suck.
It sucks. Let's be real, it sucks.
Of course it does. Just Dead by Daylight.
I'd rather play Xenoverse 2 for my Switch, which I saw that down there too.
You know what? I got friends that plays Xenoverse 2 on Switch. They have a good time. Shit.
So can I get Mario Maker 2 for the Switch?
What the fuck?
For $30? That's not bad for Mario Maker, because last time it was down there, it was $40.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
if I'm not getting Punch Out, you know, can I just play Mario Maker 2 and
Yeah.
scream at Mario again?
Hey, you're screaming at something.
I'm just going back to the dead zone. I'm like Garlic Jr. constantly swivering in the dead zone at this point. That's what it feels like.
You know, that's what it does feel like. I feel like you're just swimming in a pond of dead, and you can't get yourself out of it.
Now, honestly, it's like that, but it's because I don't space it out.
Yeah, you don't expand.
Okay, fuck off. I don't expand, that's a lie. I do expand.
No, you do. I'm just
I do expand, but the stress just comes all the more quicker.
That's why I don't want you to play Skyrim.
I'm gonna play it.
I'm gonna play it more than you because.
Okay, you know what? I'll just return the bitch today.
No. Also, Skyrim. I never played Skyrim, so I'm like, it's medieval.
I'll just return it.
No.
I'll just return it.
No.
No, we won't even have to play it. I'll just return it.
No.
You want to do me like that? I'll just do it.
No, don't. I get to actually slay a dragon in this game.
I'll get some points on my shit. You know, I'm tired of it. Because, I mean, after what Nick and Ronnie said, I might just give it back, like, the same day. I love Spyro. No, we're not talking about Spyro. We're talking about Skyrim. I would have gotten Spyro for 15, but a part of me was like...
What the fuck they say about it?
Huh?
What the fuck they say about it?
No, Dave's not talking. That was Linkin Park fan JT. It was JT, one of my viewers. Said they love Spyro.
I'm not talking about Dave. I'm talking about what Ronnie and Nick said. What the fuck they say?
They said this game was hard as shit. They said Skyrim was a difficult game. Wyatt's played it more than me, but I know it's a difficult game. And I'm like, why am I always getting the difficult ones?
Yeah. Why are you getting the hard games, dude?
I don't know. It's like I pick.
You don't need to. You don't need to play.
Louis, this is how I feel about the PlayStation 3. It's every time I play a game on the PS3, it is a gamble if I'm going to enjoy it or not. It's not even a guarantee like the fucking Wii, where I actually do have really good memories with the Wii system or something on my Switch. It's not a guarantee. It's like a 50-30% chance. My shit being 30% chance of enjoyment and 50%, if not more, for it. Like,
Triangle is to jump? Oh, you're tripping.
triangle is to jump in a video game? That's weird.
Yeah.
You sinned. I'm changing that immediately if there's a change control option.
No, you can't.
Oh, great. Fuck. Oh my god, another character creation game? Fuck, I really should have looked more into this.
Yeah, you really?
Well, the thing is, I don't look into shit when I buy games. Because I'm not a guy who researches the entire game before I fucking play it.
You know, actually, I might start genuinely using them for me.
I like blind playthroughs all the time. I like it like that.
I'm still snagging Kenna Bricks.
You're gonna play it?
Kenna Bricks.
Man, I got you fucking Skyrim. That will last you way longer than that game anyway.
I know, but I want.
That's factual information and you know it. And you said you wanted to slay dragons. So there's your new game, buddy.
I guess I am gonna say dragons. But yeah, so I think this is one of the character creations. I know how I like Nitty.
Yeah, because Nick was saying I sneak around in this.
You sneak around.
You sneak around. You slay dragons. This game's tough.
No, it's like the Elden Ring before Elden Ring. Got it. Fuck.
And it's really long.
Oh, that's even perfect. It's like, oh, this is great. Yeah, I love fun.
And I'm sitting there like,
I'm gonna get a new controller for the PS.
what am I gonna do? It's like it almost feels like I wasn't meant to play very many video games in my life. I wasn't meant to go down this path.
You're gonna fucking Gardner. Yeah, great for you.
I was meant to do something completely different, like crossword puzzles and watch television with friends. That's what I was supposed to do on this planet. And maybe review TV shows from like 12 years ago and beyond. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Because I get so fucking angry at what I do right now. So I'm supposed to be reviewing,
You choose review.
I'm supposed to review Yo Gabba Gabba season 1 through 12. So I gotta do my job, Louis. I gotta do my job and tell you if Yo Gabba Gabba is worth it in 2025.
Holy Jesus. Alright, man.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Okay.
Or watch the Superman animated series. Because Louis watched the Batman one, so it only makes sense for me to watch the Superman one. Just kidding, I'm watching that with Chris. Fuck off. I'd rather watch Ippo. Ippo made me feel really good.
I know you like Epo. Epo's one of your favorites.
Yeah. And we stopped watching because the original was so damn good with 79 episodes. It's like I never wanted to leave the show.
Yeah.
And then the other shows that they have for Hajime no Ippo, because they have 3 animes, are nowhere near as long as the other one. Yeah. And all I have after those anime is Ippo manga to read. That's it. And I already have a hard time reading as it is. I smiled at the camera because it's factual information. It's hard for me to read, chat. It's really hard for me to read. I do struggle reading. When I can't find out where the fuck each panel's reading thing's gonna be at, like I'm reading One Piece.
Yeah.
For some reason, One Piece is complicated for me to read. I think Ippo is hard for me to read because I'd rather watch all the boxing in action instead of reading about it, but it's the whole thing with that. At least that's how I felt about Ippo for a little bit. I don't know if I still feel that way now because I haven't read the Ippo manga now because I don't... maybe... Oh, and it didn't help that Boxers Revolution kind of did the whole Rising shit or whatever Ippo series before, so I know some events in the show that happens in the newer animes because of the Wii game. So that's something. Plus, I'm surprised no one talks about EPO games online. Or there's barely Let's Plays or videos about, like, EPO's Boxing Revolution. Anyways.
It's there. It's people do talk about it. It's there, but, like, at the same time.
Extremely niche.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Extremely niche. Yeah. What time is it?
8:25.
Oh, shit. You know what? I think I'm done. Fuck it. I'll keep the combo going for like 2 more hours. Why not? Joking. What do you mean, ugh? But, yeah. I guess I'll see you guys in 6 months when I get done re-reviewing Skyrim. One Up Games. I've always wanted to go to One Up Games.
I don't know, let's go to an arcade and play NES or something.
I'd like to go to One Up Games.
You know, I'm actually might pull up Skyrim right now.
You might pull up Skyrim right now. That's too bad because I haven't logged in the Speed Sim. Yep, sit that ass back on that bed. Have fun on your phone for another couple hours, buddy. Sorry, it's just life. When I play Speed Sim or watching JoJo today.
Part 4, 5, or 6?
3. Because we haven't watched 3 in months. So we're still early on to 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch part 4 and 5 with you guys. I know you guys are watching.
Yeah, I completely forgot what JoJo was all about when I had something else to do in my day. Because Saturdays used to be Disney Plus, so now they're not. So I gotta find other things to make my experience about.
Hey. Oh, make it JoJo Saturdays. You and Ronnie can watch JoJo on Saturdays. I'm not. Okay.
We just watch whenever Ronnie gets food, basically. Like groceries and all that other sort of shit. Most. Probably not going to eat for most of today. Just waiting for the pretzel crust at this point. Just waiting for Mario Maker 2 to come in my hands again.
This is price down.
You know what? I'm going to wait till the world goes. I'm going to play Mario Maker 2 till it dies. I'm going to beat that fucking Conjuring level. What? But you know what sucks about that, though?
No, cool.
What sucks about Mario Maker 2 is I have to constantly have online to do the main part of the game. Well, I mean, yeah, I can do story mode, but even story mode levels get boring after a while, you know? That's why I feel like Mario Maker 2 as a $60 purchase was kind of weird to me. Even back then, whenever they made Mario Maker 1, I feel like it was a weird purchase. It should have been $30 to $20 since the game is mostly online based. And not really like, I mean, but at least Mario Maker 2 makes it a little better, where they actually have a game that you can actually play. You know what I mean? Like, they gave us a whole story mode, where you sit there building Peach's castle, the whole thing, by doing levels and missions with the said style. So at least when Mario Maker 2 goes offline, there's a reason for you to have it still, as if you want to do that main story mode or whatever. I guess, when everything goes offline for Switch 1, or something, or whatever. But, anyways, I digress. I think I'm done with this vlog. I vented long enough. My arms hurt. Well, my arm hurts here for Wii Sports a little bit. And this one's just, I slept on it or something wrong or whatever. I don't know what I did. But, yeah, I'll see you guys later. And we're going to zoom in on Louis' big-ass head. Or feet. Yep. That's how we're ending it on. Louis feet. Alright, Louis, say goodbye or something. Bye. Bye.